Hello, welcome to another Grandmaster Nightfall guide. Today we're going to be taking a look at the Devil's Lair in Season 15, Destiny 2. This video will feature my tips, tricks, and recommendations for this strike to make it more fun, efficient, and just sharing my experience in the strike, what we found kind of worked. These are by no means required or necessary to get through the strike. It's just me sharing my experience. This video did take some work, so if you have time and liked it, be sure to like and subscribe. That helps get this video out to more people, and I enjoy making these. Alright, so we're going to get right into it. This is probably the second easiest Grandmaster, the first being Lake of Shadows. So there's a lot of room for playing around with stuff. So you're going to have Barrier and Overload champions, so keep that in mind when slotting your mods and your gauntlets. Weapons with intrinsic traits like Ariana's Vow work very well in here as well, since you will have solar shields. My favorite loadout was actually, I used Divinity. Both my teammates used Threaded Needle with Forple, and of course had Particle Deconstruction on. This made for shredding of champions, and also the spider tank and later in the strike. Again, by no means a requirement, but you'll see in this gameplay how fast these champs go down. So if you're able to do that, I would recommend giving it a try. It was a lot of fun and made it go by a little bit quicker. It was actually our fastest run. You will find all shields in this strike, so you'll have Solar Wizards, Void at the end on the servitors, and then there's also Arc Captains kind of littered throughout this strike. So keep that in mind when setting up your loadouts as well. As far as subclasses go, Warlocks with Stasis, Bleak Watcher work really well. Having a Warlock with Well of Radiance also is very helpful in the middle encounter. Hunters, Void or Stasis work very well. Bottom tree, Void and Stasis work very well here. Titans, Bubble for survivability, bottom tree Solar for more ad clear, depending on your fire team makeup. Both work really well. There's really no must-have class, I think, in this strike. It's like I said before, it's probably the second easiest, and it's one of my favorites. Wouldn't hurt to have a sniper in your team as well for the encounter with the spider tank. Those snipers can be a little bit aggressive, to say the least. So wouldn't hurt for someone on your team to actually run a sniper rifle for this room and for the next room, the spider tank. So we've already gone through kind of just generic killing of enemies through this part. We're getting into really the first encounter of the strike here coming up, as we take out just a couple overloads, and there was a barrier back there as well that we shredded with Divinity and the Threaded Needles. When you start this encounter, as soon as you start it, you'll want to head over to the left side of the room, kind of where we're heading right now. This is where you're really going to spend most of your time. This is the most safe place. You throw down wells, your Bleak Watchers if you have them, and sit up on these trains and just shoot things from back here. Once the first round is over, be sure not to be down where we're shooting, because ads will come out of the door right there on the right. And there's also going to barrier, and a bunch of ads will spawn right here in front of you that we'll see here very shortly. Yeah, they'll spawn right there. So be prepared for that. And you'll want to kill them as quickly as you can. Be wary of snipers that sit up on those back rails. They can also make your day very poor. Take out those waves of enemies by setting back there. You're ready to move on to the next part of the strike. You're going to move through this little doorway. It's got an overload through here. Burn him down. You'll move out to where you'll be going outside towards the spider tank with a barrier champ. If you can kill him quickly, it makes killing the stuff around him easier because he can't make them go immune. So you see we pretty much shredded the barrier there first. Kill the ads. When you come out, go to your left and kill the enemies that are over here, so they're not shooting you on the side. And here I'll show you just kind of the Divinity with Threaded Needle shredding the spider tank. I died. This is really scuffed, but you can see we still did a crap ton of damage to him, even though I die up here. My recommendation for this, I think we had the easiest time whenever we focused and killed the spider tank first, so we didn't have to worry about it shooting us with its giant AoE attack, which just wrecked my day a lot of times. So we found it easiest to kill the spider tank first if you can. That roof that it was on is not really super safe, but it can work sometimes. And then after that, we kind of try to go for the brigs, at least the brig on the side we were going to be on. As you can see, they take, I mean, he's tanking a whole Chaos Reach super right there almost. They're beefy. Divinity helps, but they're still really beefy. You're going to have several champs littered throughout this, so stay back, take your time to push up. Once the tank's down, that's really the biggest threat besides the brig. And so after that, it's just a matter of downing these champs, especially the barriers, so you can kill the little guys that they're trying to shield. Once you're through that part, you'll come up here to the boss room. Door will open. You're gonna have 2 overloads immediately there waiting for you. Burn them down, and then we'll move on to the boss. Once you kill all the enemies, Sandbox will become damageable. So you have a couple free minutes to kind of sit out here and get some good chunks of damage on them before the ads get to you. And around every little chunk of his health bar down there at the bottom, he's going to go immune with some void servitors around him. You want to hang back in this room. This is where you'll kind of spend most of your time in this fight. So you're going to spend time chunking down those servitors with void shields. You'll get several groups of ads that come out. Arc captains are the most oppressive in here for the most part. You'll also have a couple overloads that pop out throughout the fight. It's best not to come out to damage Sandbox until all the ads are dead. That way you get a free look at them. Underneath you on the stairs, things can come out down here, so be wary of that. It's not super safe to pop out here like I'm doing, because if something comes down the other stairs like they do, they can kill you. So just be careful when you're going under the stairs. You do all these things, you'll get two rounds of those servitors, and then you'll be set for a final burn, and you'll be all done. I hope you found this video helpful. If you guys have any questions, let me know in the comments. Have a great day.